Might be useful if I had a cup. Iced coffee and a Pop-Tart. Truly the breakfast of high schoolers. Hello, I've had my coffee and I've, showered and I'm still barely awake, so bear with me. But today we are going to be doing my makeup as what I imagine a friendly fae would look like. However, I think that the fae actually look like something from Pan's Labyrinth, this guy, the goat guy. Yeah, that's probably what the fae look more like, but this is the glam version. Sorry, I'm really stuffy. I've been swimming constantly and just something about pool water just stuffs me up. Where am I gonna start? We're gonna start with foundation. This is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh in the shade Light 50W, which I don't know if you guys know, but I am pretty much translucent reflective most of the time. So this is the darkest I've ever been, probably since 2005 when I was 10 years old, and the only thing I had to do was go to the beach with my grandparents. I am gonna get dressed too and show you the full completed look, but we'll hold off on that one for right now. Let's chat about what's been going on in my life lately, besides the moving. We all know, Olivia, you're moving, your stuff's in a bin somewhere in California. And yep, that's about it as far as we got. My mom and I have been watching The Crown. Well, it all started on Mother's Day. We were watching the second season of Bridgerton and I liked it. It was fine. And then my mom couldn't stop speaking with an English accent. So I was like, Mom, have you watched The Crown? And she was like, no. And so we've been watching that together, kind of, me more on and off. She watches it like religiously. Well, we finished it last night, and so I will now be watching The Crown. In case you didn't know, it's mostly about Queen Elizabeth II, which I have dubbed Queen Lizzie, which I'm sure the Queen appreciates coming from my American ass. So we finished the last season, which is season 4, which is right before Diana dies. So it's gonna be a sad season and I will be watching it in November. There's that. Oh yeah, because I've been swimming so much, I've been, that's my exercise, which I don't normally do ever. But, I didn't take out my concealer. Do I need it? No, I think we're okay. All right, let me reach in here and see if I can fiddle around and grab it. Is this it? No. I just bought it. Oh, Jesus. It's right next to me. What was I saying? Swimming. So I've been swimming as my exercise. I've actually bought goggles so I can... Hi, Molly. No, you're Evie. Hi, sweetie. I actually bought goggles so I can actually go underwater. I specifically bought it because I wear contacts and I don't like when water gets my eyes because it messes with my contacts and they're too expensive for me to go around ruining by just going underwater and closing my eyes. It's not a fun sensation to have your contacts hurt. It was at my dad's suggestion for which ones to get. Who knows? Maybe I'll be a fast swimmer. If not, it's just friggin' fun. There's also gonna be a pool at my new place when I move, so that's exciting. And also it'll be warm until November when I get there. Eyeshadow. We're using ColourPop by the Rose. That's a dumb name. This is also not my original idea. I can't take full credit. I've been doing this, but if you've seen the author Piper CJ on TikTok, the one who does the Hi, I'm Piper, I have a master's degree in folklore. Yeah, her. I like her makeup, so I'm gonna see if I can do it my own way. It also kind of looks like the Evie. If you knock that out of the windowsill, it also kind of looks like the Jelly Look filter on TikTok. This is the color Picnic Basket. You're gonna spill coffee all over the windowsill, Evie. She's such a brat child. I do not like this cat, and she doesn't like me. I had more things to say. I literally had both. I said no. What is wrong with you? Hold on. Don't mind me just yelling at the brat child. Okay, what was I saying? Oh yeah, I had bullet points, I had jokes, and then now they're all gone. That always happens. Every time I start recording, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be so funny and entertaining. Turns out I'm not. I have read so many freaking books. Set aside 5 and that's all I have for the month of June and July. I'll totally be fine with that. I've read 9. I've read 8 books this month, and it's not even, it's the 21st. Is today the solstice? Is today the summer solstice? It's the longest day of the year. So that's insane. I have 1 book left, and it's a thick friggin' book. I don't feel like crawling across the bed to go get it. I'm using the color Sunday Soiree in my crease, by the way. I have been powering through books. It's kind of insane. I've never read books this like avidly before, and I would consider myself a reader. Actually, I've read the best books this month alone, which I'll talk about in my June reading wrap up, because there's no point in splitting it into 2 months because I have so many books to do in one video. They've all been good, and I've also started tabbing my books like, you know, an official reviewer, like a crazy person, and it's changed the way I review books. It's changed the way I read books. Highly recommend, but it's not like a requirement. And in fact, if I didn't review books, I probably wouldn't start. I'm also taking that under my eye and just doing this as messily as I possibly can. I literally thought I had so much more to talk about, and yet I don't. I literally have nothing to talk about. I'm sorry I'm so boring. Anyway, I'm gonna take another brush and I'm gonna take an even darker, this is the last color I used, that Sunday Soiree. I'm gonna take this color now and just use it to deepen the crease with a brush that's probably not the most conducive for doing that. Evie, I can see that you're stuck. You did that to yourself. Okay, so now I look like I'm sick in a hot way. Oh, this was my shower thought the other day. I was thinking about Rococo makeup and what would be the modern day equivalent. Don't ask why, I just was. And I came to the realization that e-girl is the equivalent of Rococo. It's just, you know, it's the rosy cheeks, it's the pink everywhere. Yeah. E-girl is the equivalent of Rococo. If we were still doing scene hair, that, you know, the bigger the hair, the closer to God. That would also be extremely Rococo. So I maintain that's just how I feel. That's probably something I should throw out on Twitter. My Twitter is so bad. Please don't follow me there. Yeah, I don't recommend it. The next one, this I'm gonna use all over the lead. It's called Cheers, Babe. Babe, that's bad. I'm so bad at accents. I like want to be good at accents, and yet I suck. Cheers, Babe. Oh, speaking of accents, one of the books I'm gonna talk about in my monthly wrap up is called The Lost Queen. Jesus. I'm giving up on speaking for today. The Lost Queen, there we are. And it's about the Queen of Scotland in the 6th century. But I listened to it on audiobook, and the audiobook was read with a Scottish accent. So naturally, for the week that I was listening to that, all of my thoughts were in a Scottish accent. It was bad. And of course, I'm not gonna even try to do a Scottish accent because I've already made enough of a fool of myself today that there's no reason to continue doing that. I'm gonna also take this under my eye. There we go. But so I previewed the second book in that. It's supposed to be a trilogy. The third one's not written yet. But the next book, I can't remember what it's called. It's got a blue cover. The narration kind of switches between Langorith, who is the queen, and her brother. And I don't want to switch narration and narrator, so I'm gonna pick up a physical copy when I get the chance. It's a good story. It's a really good story. It's about when the Anglo-Saxons, aka Christianity, was sweeping through Scotland and really very violently wiping out those who believed in the old gods, which is essentially like a Celtic polytheism. So I used a lighter pink on the inner corner. It's called Sparkling. It's this one. And I think, do I want to put that on the center of the lid too? Yeah, maybe a little. We're just gonna do this. That works. Yeah, that's much better, I think. I'll get a close-up shot. I need eyeliner. This thing, it's just a Revlon eyeliner, I think, or is it CoverGirl? I think it's, I can't tell. The label rubbed off, but it's pretty good eyeliner, especially because NYX discontinued my favorite one, and then I haven't been able to find a good one since. This one's like close, but it's not quite as dark. And then I was using like the Tarte Man-Eater one, and that one was just okay as well. This one gets really thin lines, which I've never really been able to do, so that's kind of impressive. Eyeliner is done. I think that came out as even as it'll ever be. I can't decide if I want to curl my hair or not because it's a lot of work. And my hair's kind of been going through it again with the chlorine from the pool, so I kind of don't really want to curl it, but I did cut it in case you couldn't tell. My hair was about down to here, I want to say. On a whim, I went with my mom to get her hair done, and like a day before I was like, can they squeak me in for a haircut? And I didn't think I was gonna cut off this much, but my hairdresser said collarbone, and I said, yeah, sure. So yeah, I also supposed to have curtain bangs, but I think ultimately it just ages me. Like, it doesn't make me look like me. So yeah, but I actually really like the length. I think it's really fun. I really like it when I curl it, but there's not much point to it, especially because I'm definitely gonna jump in the pool later, so I won't be curling it in this video. And then don't get used to this hair color either, because after the past 2 years of having this like balayage highlight blonde, it's changing. And seeing as I'm a one-trick pony, you can probably guess the color that I'm gonna go for. If you've known me at all in the past 10 years, there's one color that my hair is always, that I will always go back to. Leave your guesses as to what color my hair is gonna be in the comments down below. And I will probably reveal it on Instagram, so you should follow me there. At Olivia is Awkward. I post my stories all the time. I always post questions to my Instagram followers and no one ever answers them. So I'm just there like, got it. Message received. You don't want to talk to me. It like really sucks sometimes when I'm like, this is a good question, I would like to hear your response. And then no one fucking answers. I'm like, that's amazing. 10 out of 10. Love the interactions I'm getting right now. Yesterday I was like, oh, I want to post more book reviews on my Instagram. Do you guys want to do a video, like a reel where it's 90 seconds? Or do you want me to post a picture where you can read it? Got no response. That was fun. So either everyone's like, shut up, Olivia, which is my default thought, or they're like, I don't care. We just like what you post, which probably somewhere in the middle, to be completely honest. With what my hair is doing right now, I kind of look like Ralph from the Muppets, just the way my hair is hanging. It's like dog ears. Eyebrows. I was like, what's missing? Y'all, I can't wait to get into my apartment. I'm getting so antsy. I'm like, all right, I just want to go. I just want to get all my stuff, but alas, it's gonna take for friggin' ever. So I don't leave for my apartment until July 14th, which is actually my sister's birthday, that I will be showing up at my place in Southern California, but I'm so excited. I'll make a video about it, I promise, but I'm kind of going for a, in terms of decor, like a vintagey kind of cluttered, because I love cluttered, whiskey grandpa library mixed with also might be married to a witch. Like that's the vibe, okay? That's what we're going for. I hope I can find pictures, but I found this really cute espresso maker because that's the most important thing. It's not a couch, it's the coffee maker. And that's like adorable and green. I don't know. It got like mid reviews, but I can't decide if I want to do that or do like a coffee maker or an espresso maker that like froths the milk for you, which would be nice. But I don't know. Sarah, weigh in on that one. I'll send you the link. I am really excited to live. I'm excited to be alone for a month, but I'm also excited to have my roommate move in with me. We were college roommates and it was just literally the best. She's the only person I've ever wanted to live with because everyone else has annoyed me to the nth degree. And I've never had a bad time with Sarah, or if we were having a bad time, we were both having a bad time at the same time. So it just made it much, much better because misery loves company. And yes, I am talking to you, all of you horrible, horrible roommates I've had. I cannot stand you, and I hope you know that. I've got roommate horror stories, but none of which I wish to share on the internet, just because they're people too, and I would never use names, but like, I'm not much of a tea spiller unless it's in private. Am I peeling? I burned the snot out of my scalp one day when I was swimming, and yep, I've been getting these little flakies in my hair because my scalp is peeling. Like I said, normally I am super reflective, so like, do you see that tan line? That's my natural skin tone. So I'm much darker than I normally am, which is funny because on camera, it probably still looks like I'm, you know, just a pale person, which I am, and that's okay. Those are some dark eyebrows. That's fun. I'm gonna try not to spill this because I've repotted a blush because it broke and I refused to let this blush go or buy a new one. This was part of the like ColourPop Disney Masquerade collection. And which princess do you think it was that I got? Say it with me now. Belle. Yeah, I refuse to let that one die. And it's not on the website anymore, so I was very upset when that happened. Now, we're gonna make ourselves look even more flushed in the face by bringing the blush, not kidding, all the way up to the eyes and just overdoing it. This is the definition of overdoing it. Wow, see how much more sick in a hot way that looks? By the way, if you don't get the reference to sick in a hot way, we can't be friends. I don't know how to relate to you or talk to you. Oh, my other shower thought was that, which relates to the sick in a hot way thing, was that Brittany Broski and Sarah Shower are not the replacement Jenna Marbles and Julian Solomita. Obviously, no one can replace them or take over for them, but they're the same amount of like silly, funny, and like very authentic people on the internet. Like, I really like that about them. I think Brittany's friggin' hysterical. We have very similar interests. And so I love her and I watch like all of her videos. The one where she does a Princess Diana makeup tutorial had me in friggin' stitches. I could not stop laughing. And I think I've watched it like 3 times in the past however many days, like probably 2 days. I've watched it like 3 or 4 times, which is a lot, but I don't really care. Okay. Now I'm gonna take this, the bronzer I've been using, which is Beach Bronzer by Urban Decay, Sun Kissed. I've had it for like 4 years and it's definitely orange. So we're gonna do this. It's not really a contour, but we're using it like a contour. Why? Because I feel like it. And hopefully I can eventually use it so I hit pan and then I can throw it away. All right, now the pièce de résistance highlighter. This is Flexitarian by ColourPop. Why? Because it's cheap and I like the texture of it on the nose and the very tops of the cheeks. And then I've already put it on the inner corners, but I think I'm gonna hit it again just so it's extra shiny. Now that the makeup's done, I'm going to go get dressed and maybe take some pictures outside. Yes? Yes, I will see you outside. Okay friends, this is the finished look. Let me get close so you can see makeup. Oof, so much sun. Here. I backed myself into a corner, but is that too much light? There it is. Okay. You can see all of the blush, the pink, the highlight, as it were. And then the dress, this is from ASOS, that store. I bought it in like January, so I don't know if it's probably not there anymore because they're kind of fast fashiony. But yeah, this is the finished look. This is what makes me feel like the Faye. This is my summertime Faye look. So yeah, I hope you guys have a fantastic day and I will see you next week. Bye.